Hello there and welcome to another Bobeats video. So it's a new year and it means that there will be a lot of new cool stuff coming out, and we even have NAMM coming up now next weekend. So of course there's a lot of room for gear lust and gear acquisition syndrome to kick in. So I thought it would be an interesting idea to talk about a fun and creative strategy to handle that gear lust and gear acquisition syndrome. So let's save us some money and talk about it. And the wife just turned on the vacuum cleaner. So this strategy is straight from my forum over at simplysynth.com. It's the Patron forum. So username TechnoBear, I guess it's pronounced TechnoBear. He's also a YouTuber. I'll link his channel down below. He's doing a little bit of a challenge. He wanted to challenge himself now that NAMM is coming up. This week is NAMM, a week where instrument manufacturers try hard to induce gas in us all. He continues, a very open-ended challenge this week, based on a simple idea. Rather than lusting after a new piece of gear, use that to fuel your inspiration to create something on, in his case, the AE modular. Random examples. A new drum synth launches. Try and do some cool drum synthesis with what you got. Or maybe you hear a crazy FM lead sound. Well, give that a go instead. So the strategy that TechnoBear outlines is actually pretty simple. It's taking all of that gear lust, that gear acquisition syndrome, that hype, that energy that you get when you see a new cool demo. You take it and you look at your current arsenal of tools, the synths, the software, and you try and find something which has similar functionality and try and kind of mimic, see if you can do something similar to this particular piece of equipment, the thing that gets you hyped. So for example, if I'm looking at the Teenage Engineering modular, I might say, okay, this looks really cool, super clean design, I get excited about it, I want to push the buy button, but then I look at my current Eurorack and I go like, can I use this in a similar way? It doesn't have to be you recreating something, it's more you looking at the tools you have and see, what do I have which actually serves the same kind of purpose? So if you see a new drum machine, for example, you might say, wow, this seems really cool, this seems really exciting. But then you might go back to your old drum machine and you'll say, well, okay, so what is it that the new one can do that my old one can't? You know, can I explore my old one in a similar fashion to the way that this new product is being presented? So it's kind of taking that gas energy and going back to your old equipment, trying to explore it in new and fun ways and see if you can challenge yourself to do things. Maybe there's a new technique being showed with one of these new tools and you'll say, okay, well, can I go back and do something similar? Can I do a similar technique? Or maybe it's a sound, this sounds really cool, like when I heard the Prophet X, pads and strings and orchestral sounds together with choir sounds. But then I might go back to something like Omnisphere 2 and I'll say, well, can I make it sound similar? No. How does this sound? Can I do similar things? And oftentimes you realize that, yeah, there's a variation, there's a difference. Of course, the workflows might differ, but you of course have this redundancy where a lot of things do share the same kind of spot. Say, for example, if I see a new technique about a synth, I might go to the peak and I might try and do something similar. And oftentimes you can, because the tools have multiple functions and there's oftentimes so much you haven't explored yet. So I thought it was kind of a cool strategy that you might want to try out. Now, of course, I'm not the one to say that you shouldn't have gear lust or shouldn't have gear acquisition syndrome. I think it's a natural part of any hobby to look at new things and craving them, and it's all good fun with the hype around these new products. I'm part of it as well. I really enjoy looking at the new stuff, exploring it, and of course I hope to showcase some of the new stuff here on the channel as well over the year. But it's also good to kind of take a little moment there, take a step back and say, okay, so this new thing, say the Teenage Engineering modular, looks really cool. I was personally so close to just clicking the buy button, and then I took a step back and actually challenged myself. Like, if I'm looking at my Eurorack, does this new Eurorack from Teenage Engineering actually add something that I need, something that I couldn't do with what I have? And the simple fact of it is that no, it doesn't really add anything, except that it's super cleanly designed. It creates a gear lust within me. So I kind of held off from buying it straight off and just kind of, yeah, try to be content with what I had. And I think that's good, but it's also good to take it as a challenge and see, can I explore the tools I have in a new way instead of just adding another one. So I thought that this was a cool strategy by Techno Bear, and be sure to check out his channel down below. He does a lot of stuff with the AE modular, I think it's called, and it's really interesting, and it's definitely like a more budget option for people who loves Eurorack. So be sure to check out his channel, I'll link it down below. But before you go, I have a challenge to all Minilogue users. Before you go and buy the new XD, you might want to take a little more of a look at the original Minilogue, and if you want some inspiration, I actually opened up my patch store again. So I have my old Shadows and Light 100 Minilogue patches over there. It's linked in the description if you want to go and check it out, because maybe getting some of my patches can reinvent that love for the Minilogue again and save you a couple of $100. Maybe, or just go and get something new instead, if that's what you want. But yeah, my patch store is now open. I have a couple of samples in the Bobeats Sonic Treats collection. It's a combination of Sonic Treats 1 and 2, and then I have my 100 Minilogue patches. It's over at, I think it's called gumroad.com/Bobeats. So if you want to check out my patch store, go and do that. So thank you for watching. I hope this little strategy that Techno Bear posted to the forum was interesting. I thought it was. I will definitely try and use it a little bit over these next few weeks. So thank you, and I hope to see you soon.